This is specifically, I'm doing this video for Katie Broadband, and I always like to say the beginning. My beginning is usually like, I'm not a mathematician. I don't know the first thing about math. The second thing is, the first thing is completely wrong because I must know something in order for you to say this. So thank you and appreciate it. And it's more, I know about unscrambling and being a detective for the numbers, in which you go all over the world, you play the games of everybody all over the world, and you find out within the game what the numbers mean. Then you find out in the real world, you remember .net and .com? Then you find out in the real world there's other people using the same combinations. There's other people using the same numbers. And you come up not with definitions, but now you take all the same numbers and you bring them together, they mean the same thing. I just made a video yesterday talking about, this is the nose, this is the end of the pyramid. There's a whole big thing going on there. The diamond in the rough, okay, Chris de Burgh and the 8 of diamonds is because there's diamond readers in us. I don't know how it works. The gold rush, you're picking your ears, you're touching your nose, it comes out of the sandbox within your mind. It keeps going around, and the more you think, possibility, the more you get in your nose. The ducks that fly south for the winter are the ducks within your nose. When you breathe in, you practically freeze them. But when you breathe out, the ducks become alive again. Summer and winter, summer and winter, summer and winter. There is no fall. The only fall that comes in is when the wind blows. When does the wind blow? Not when you blow out. The wind blows when you breathe in. It blows when you breathe in because you're sucking it in. That means it's blowing out somewhere else. Isn't that the way the system works? We are 100%, we do not need everything that's going in our heads. The hammer and the sickle, there's a good chance it's what's tapping out the information, that's what's in our mind. From Russia, the red hammer and sickle, does red mean it went to work? Does red mean a negative? Does red mean fire? If the pyramid was here, the corners of our head, right here, would have the corners of the pyramid. That's where we have hair. We don't have hair here. Okay? The wiring goes from one end to the other end. So why should we have more here and less here? I don't know how it works. I'm not sure how it works. Unless it's because we have this little cushion here. This little cushion is like a cooler. So it cools it off and we're able to use our fiber optic hair. Is it the Orion belt? Is that what they call it? That's just, for me, that's some sort of energy belt that brings the energy to the center of the core of the earth. One thing I'm going to tell you about Cisco systems, Cisco Crisco oil, so when you put it in a pan, if you don't turn the pan up, it'll just be a lubricant. San Francisco, to light up the candles. To take down the candles is to take away the light of man. This is the only one that makes real light. This one lights up 6. It lights up 6 like this, and it lights up 6 like this, and it lights up 6 like this. 6, 6, 6. All to one light. One light can light up 18. 1 and 18, or count 1 to 18, it equals to 190, which is actually 196. Now, I still have to bring in the formation and understanding what 196 means, but it could mean from the cat to the man. From the thinking cat and scratching and thinking and using his whiskers, he's thinking, he's scratching his whiskers, so it has to mean the cat's in the head. Where is it thinking? From the 7th gate of the 8 moons. Now, how the 8 moon system, I'm not really sure, because I call it the Neptune moons. See how many moons there are on Neptune. This is your big moon. It's an 8 because it's got 4 corners of your head. Then it's got the center. It's your 9 birth. It becomes the 9 lives of the cat. And if you take a look, it's found on the 3 key. 3 key, where you at? I'm in the Venus world. Exclamation point is who got one spirit. You see the one design with the S going down? That's the soul. The one spirit, the spirit is a line, the soul is the S. The percentage of 5 is 6 and 9. Because when you draw the 6 and 9 on the same line with this line in between, you automatically, it shows the percentage. This percentage sign, because you see the line, and I just said the lines, you see there's a line here? This belongs to creation. The same angled line is right in here. The star, okay, is what connects your moons in your head. The seventh is, and what? The seventh gate, and what? Am I thinking? Am I reporting? The seventh gate of sixth man. Not of the eighth heaven. He's the seventh gate between the eighth heaven and the sixth man. His 9 is his birth, and he lives his life in between the brackets, which means he lives under 0. He lives above 9. 0 would be 10. You're 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. But 9.6 is just like 9.2. Is it 9.2 after we do this? Every 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, every 4. The second one. And the second one in Monopoly is the Mediterranean. So we would have 169 again. And 169 is 13 times 13 because we have the 7 world and we have the 13 world. We don't have the 10 world. You know why? Because 3 plus 7 is 10 and 13 minus 3 is 10. That's the number 33. The 33 of the Christ, how they started the next world. The O, say, can you see? Because the O means water. Alcatraz, they didn't escape from Alcatraz. They found the secret passageway into the other world. They knock out a couple of guys and they go away scot-free. Alcatraz was there because of the computer system, because of the numbers. We don't need the hammer and the sickle in our head. Take that hammer and sickle out. We should be just vibrating over a dome. If we have a halo, that would bring in vibrations. Our mind, our head, our brain, something has to decode. And I don't think it's our brain decoding. I think our brain is more of a radiator to cool down the blood. I think our hips is more what our brain is. Our hips. Isn't it funny that between your two hips that you do most of the thinking? That's when you have to go to the bathroom. Everything's by the hips. If your brain was doing all the work, how would it send that blood up here that it's used? It's stamped all its stuff into your crap, and then you go, and when you go, you see little capsules like dynamite sticks coming out of your butt end. It's because your brain is in your ass. Well, not all of it, but some of it. It could be your memory. I don't know which part. Anyways, I'm going to get on. I'm going to take a look at what you showed me. But everything is about symbolism. They're taking down Candlestick Park in San Francisco. I told you. Out go the lights. 6, 1, 3, 4. What is this called? Call this 1, 2. If you want to call it something, call this 1, 2. Why? Because it's 1 in the center. Or 1, 1. I'm sorry. This is 1, 1. 1 in the center to 1 on 1 on the outside. So would you say 1, 2? This is 303. This is 202. Or is it 202 by crisscrossing it? You want to know how I know? Because look at the angle of the line, the spirit lines that go inside of you. You're crisscrossed. I'm assuming that the S ties up this side of the body to this side of the body. It looks like the S, which is the spirit and the soul, becomes the F when a line cuts through the center of your hips, connecting your energy of your mind at your hips. There's different levels of energy. I don't know, they might call it the chakras. But anyways, I just want to tell you I'm going to get on it right now, and I'm going to check out what this is all about. But look what I even wrote yesterday. Spirit and soul, two minds are vibrating. So the hammer and the sickle in your head, and everything to do with different states. There's one state on this earth. Okay? In fact, there's two states on this earth. It's called North America and the other America. Why? Say the word tuna. It says two North Americas. T-U-N-A. Tuna. Two North Americas. So it's like not a bunch of worlds here. We're not a bunch of states. It's all run by one. It's all a game. Nothing is as true as you think it is. It looks real. They make it look real. But when they don't want something to happen, they provoke it not to happen. So, anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I will take a look into Cisco and Cisco systems. Thank you for watching.